Hi guys, Paul from PABrewNews. Got a Erdinger here beer. An Erdinger beer here. The Dunkle. Erdinger's Dunkle. Here we go. Privately and proudly owned since 1886. There it is. Let's see. Erdinger Weissbrau. Erdinger Dunkle. Okay, 5.3% wheat. This is a Dunkle Weiss, basically. So, it is a dark wheat beer. There you go. Dark wheat beer in a can that has a head like a bitch. Can't pour that with vigor. Very slow. The slowest. Slow pour. Could have got my big Weiss beer glass out. Look at that. So imagine that in a big Weiss beer glass. Huge, massive head. There it is. It smells the part for sure. A little hard to get that through the head, but definitely has a nice Weiss beer aroma. Definitely weedy. Got that nice little spicy earthiness, a little bit of clove. Bit of like almost cola-esque sweetness, caramel sweetness in there. Cheers. Through this head. It's a nice Weiss. That's a nice one. That's a nice beer. We've never had this before. I honestly can't even remember if I've had any Erdinger stuff at all. But this is pretty nice. Last beer of the day. Gonna have to make it linger, which the head will make it easier for me to stretch it out a little bit more, but it's a tasty beer. It's not super bright and super bombastic or anything like that, but it's a pretty well made beer for sure. The Franziskaner Dunkles Weiss, that really comes to mind as a great Weiss beer. Dark Weiss beer, you know. This is good too. It's a little bit under that one. Actually, I haven't had it in a while. I should try to track down, which I haven't seen in my area in a long time. They used to actually pick it up over in Iola. They used to carry it there when, you know, you could actually get imported beer. You know what I mean? Crazy thing before the fucking craft and macro bullshit army fight thing happened. Because honestly, guys, like, craft beer is still, you know, doing great. Macro, you didn't hurt them. They're actually doing better than ever. You know what I mean? So it's one of those kind of deals. But the imports, man, the imports have been devastated. And that makes me really fucking sad. Because ever since this fucking craft boom, I haven't really been able to get imports. It's just harder and harder and harder and harder. And then the macros that seem to be doing better and better and better, and getting coming up with their own fake craft beer breweries and stuff, and then craft beers, you know, obviously growing and growing and growing. But now it's all going sours and hazy IPAs, and that sucks. But craft, like traditional European brews, imported brews, have been on the decline, at least in my area, to an amazing degree. Like I remember, you know, I went to Premier Gourmet. That they might still be good. Just a whole section of nothing but German beers. You know what I mean? Like, just wow, and just English beers and just this. You know what I mean? I want to see a wall of nothing but crazy German beers that you can buy. You know, I mean, obviously then have, you know, the craft stuff and this, but I need some. This is the German section. This is the the British section. This is the Belgian section. I mean, Belgians, it's a little bit more different there, but I don't know. The only thing that makes me sad, and I know I'm bitching right now, but we miss out on a lot of what's going on in Europe and stuff. And I know that's comical because obviously politics and stuff, but I'm talking about like the beer, like the culture of beer. You know what I mean? There are so many, like, we talk about all the good German beers we get in America. That is like probably 1% of the beers that are actually in Germany. That's what I'm talking about. We need to get into this, and I really wish we could really get a better distribution of imports to my area at least. Like hell, it was last year or this year at least. This year, the first time I ever saw Max Mature. I've never seen it anywhere else. So, and everyone's like, "Oh, you haven't had that? It's everywhere here." I'm like, "Well, not here." Augustiner Brau, I can't find that anymore. Koning Ludwig, couldn't find that. I used to go to the Hofbrau House. We're going there. We're going to Gettysburg this weekend coming up. The Hofbrau House in Abbottstown was the best place. I loved it so much. It was awesome. It's like your German grandma's house kind of thing. They got fucking shit everywhere. Just, loved it. It was rough. It was ready. It was true. It was, it wasn't pompous. It wasn't pretentious. It was perfect. A perfect place. And they closed. And it makes me so sad. And I think probably because they just had nobody take it over. This story with so many other places. But there you could always get Koning Ludwig. And I love Koning Ludwig. With the dark, especially the Dunkle. Oh. And then, of course, Augustiner Brau, which you couldn't get everywhere else around here, but you get it there. Like, it's cuts deep, cuts like a knife. But anyway, back to this beer. Let the head die down a little bit. I would like to have this in a bottle, just to see the difference. But it's a very solid beer. Very enjoyable beer. For a Dunkelweiss, nailed it. 8 out of 10. This has been Paul from PABrewNews. Cheers. Bye-bye. I'd have to get some cheese and some German mustard out and enjoy the rest of my night. Bye-bye. Watch that finger. Woo!